Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on March the 24th, 2021. Tesla allows paying for electric cars with Bitcoin. Automaker Tesla on Wednesday announced a new feature of paying for its products in Bitcoin. This was announced by the head of the company, Elon Musk, in his Twitter account. Amid the company's announcement, the Bitcoin exchange rate began to rise sharply. In the last hour, the cryptocurrency gained $1,700 to the current mark of $55,400. Last month, Tesla announced that it had bought Bitcoin for $1.5 billion and would soon use it as a form of payment for cars, which led to a sharp rise in the price of the world's most popular token. Currently, this payment method is only available for U.S. customers. It will be presented in other countries later this year. Tesla shares rose 1.48% in pre-market trading hours to $679.98. Intel to invest in chip manufacturing in the U.S. Intel Corp will significantly expand its advanced chip manufacturing capacity as its new CEO announced plans to spend up to $20 billion to build 2 plants in Arizona and open its plants to outside customers. The decision made Tuesday by CEO Pat Gelsinger is aimed at restoring Intel's reputation after the company's stock plunged last year due to production delays. The strategy will directly challenge 2 other companies in the world that can make the most advanced chips: Taiwan's Semiconductor Manufacturing Co. Ltd. TSMC, and Korea's Samsung Electronics Co. Ltd. TSMC shares fell nearly 4% after the announcement. In addition, it will also seek to shift the technological balance of power back to the US and Europe from China. Intel shares rose 6.3% after the company unveiled its new strategy and financial outlook for 2021. Global stocks plummet amid pandemic concerns. Asian stocks fell to 2-week lows Wednesday as coronavirus lockdowns in Europe and potential tax hike in the U.S. hit risk appetite, leading to a flight to safety. The MSCI Asia Pacific's broadest index of stocks outside Japan fell 1.3% to levels last seen on March the 9th. Japan's Nikkei stumbled 2% and Hong Kong's Hang Seng skidded 2.2%. Meanwhile, U.S. and European stock futures were also weaker in late Asian trading as Germany extended lockdowns until April the 18th. The indexes had a disappointing run in March after 5 straight months of gains as risky assets were previously startled by fears that inflation would rise faster than expected, led by the successful introduction of a coronavirus vaccine and massive fiscal stimulus in the U.S. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones fell 0.49% overnight, the S&P 500 lost 0.76%, and the Nasdaq fell 1.12%. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told Congress on Tuesday that the U.S. economy remains at risk. UK inflation drops suddenly due to cheap clothing. Britain's inflation unexpectedly declined last month, reflecting the biggest annual drop in clothing prices since 2009. In cheaper used cars, official data showed Wednesday. They fell to 0.4% in February from 0.7% in January, in sharp contrast to economists' average forecast of an increase to 0.8%. Clothing and footwear prices fell between January and February for the first time since 2007 and are 5.7% lower than a year earlier, the biggest annual decline since November 2009, reflecting a widespread drop in demand due to the pandemic. The Bank of England and other economists expect inflation to rise sharply again in the first half of this year toward the Bank of England's 2% target, reflecting higher oil prices, high regulated household energy prices, and other one-time effects.